The mayor's new copper wire theft task force is proving effective with a major arrest. Several blocks of downtown Louisville were evacuated due to a gas leak, and it was a celebration for the Parkland Library's grand reopening. All that and more on Louisville This Week. I'm John Ramsey, Director of City Partnerships. During his weekly press update, Mayor Greenberg shared exciting economic development news that's been announced for Louisville this past week.
I want to look at the big picture and talk about the positive, real momentum that we have across the city of Louisville that's propelling our economy forward, that's creating new, good-paying career path jobs all across our city. We've seen historic investments in West Louisville with Stellar Snacks, Norton Healthcare, Goodwill, and MMY that's building affordable modular homes that are built by Louisvillians for Louisvillians. Churchill Downs announced a $900 million expansion to continue to build on the Kentucky Derby and welcoming the world to our city. Wonderful for our tourism industry. It also helps us build more business here and create more jobs in our community. We announced that thanks to the support from the General Assembly, $10 million is being invested in a $60 million plus project to restore the historic Louisville Gardens, to create new jobs, to really create a new industry right here in downtown Louisville. I'm proud to welcome another great business that just chose downtown Louisville, Kentucky as their home. And that's Solico Capital, a private equity and venture capital firm based in Michigan that could have chosen anywhere to locate. And they chose right here on West Main Street in downtown Louisville. This is the first company based outside of Kentucky to open a downtown office this year. That's something to celebrate.
LMPD officers arrested 4 people and recovered more than 300 feet of copper wire that belonged to AT&T in a major copper wire theft arrest.
Theft and vandalism of critical communications infrastructure are serious matters that disrupt essential services for our customers, public safety, and the community at large. It has become an epidemic in the Louisville metro area.
They used their car to yank on that copper wire to pull it out of where it was supposed to be. So I want to give a special shout out and thanks to our detectives in LMPD 7th Division for their excellent work in leading to the arrest of these 4 individuals. LMPD caught these thieves in action with great police work, and they're continuing to identify others who may be involved in other instances of copper theft across the community.
We applaud these latest copper theft arrests and appreciate how local leadership and law enforcement have rallied around this critical community issue.
Mayor Greenberg acknowledged all the work Louisville Metro first responders have been doing to help people around the state that were affected by the recent flooding.
We've all seen the heartbreaking images from Pikeville and other communities that were devastated by floods. I just want to give a special thanks for the individuals that went to Eastern Kentucky to help out our neighbors that were hit harder than us.
From our standpoint, it was well coordinated. We worked well with state emergency management. Again, several other state and federal teams came into the area, worked very well together. But, as always, we came home, we're safe, but, there's still a lot of people that are suffering. So please keep them in your thoughts and prayers.
I also want to send a shout out and a thank you to the family members who supported the first responders, their loved ones who were on deployment last week. It truly takes a village in order to support the people of Louisville and also the state of Kentucky to receive the assistance that they need.
The Community Care Campus will be a central location for unhoused individuals to access a variety of services, including a family shelter, permanent affordable housing, and more. In partnership with Louisville Metro Government, the facility is being managed by Volunteers of America.
Yeah, the majority of them here, I will say they are making progress.
We are in the temporary shelter as part of our community care campus. We had this beautiful building that was sitting here unused, and we said, well, let's make it useful. So we've got 10 families in here right now, and by the end of the week, we'll have 12 families. They let us know what their barriers are, what they need help with. When there's a voucher available or some kind of housing that becomes available, we want to make sure that they are ready to go. At any given time, there's maybe 16, 18 families that are waiting for shelter. We want to eliminate that. We want for when a family calls the line and says, we're homeless, they get to say, VOA has a bed for you tonight, and you can go. There were 3 large buildings here. There was an old laundry facility that really had asbestos and wasn't safe for us to keep, and we really didn't have a purpose for it. So we tore that down, an old restaurant kitchen area, and then just a big warehouse storage room to make room for the other buildings on the campus. And this eventually will also be torn down. While it's a great building for what we're doing now, it's really kind of in the way. There'll be several different parts of the campus. that will ultimately serve similar populations. First to open up will be our family emergency shelter, where the old View Hotel was. So we'll have 29 family units over there, set to open late summer. The goal really is to have no families, no children in cars, in camps, in buildings, places that really just aren't meant for habitation. And then shortly after that, we'll be opening our partner space, which is where our headquarters will also be housed. The partner space will have an opportunity for anybody who might serve the families that we have on our campus. And then after that, we'll have respite care, where we're going to offer 30 beds of respite care for individuals leaving the hospital that just need a place to go recuperate from whatever might be going on with them. And then after that will be transitional housing for youth, so 18 to 24-year-old youth who are currently homeless, leaving foster care, any number of things that leave them realizing that they need a place to really hang out for a little bit longer. And we'll do that in partner with YMCA Safe Place. Lastly will be our affordable housing, sort of in the space we are now. That'll be 80 units, a little drop in the bucket to help meet the need that the city has for affordable housing. This is just kind of a great block for everything to be on because we've got Salvation Army behind us. They do what they do best. We'll do the things that we do here best. Next door is the Chancery and Hope Village. VOA will be managing the Chancery, and there'll be 34 units of housing over there for those that are the hardest to house. And then next door is Recenter Ministries, and they do what they do best. So altogether, we've got this whole line of services.
The renovated Parkland Library held a grand reopening celebration.
Emily Dickinson wrote, "Faith is a fine invention when gentlemen can see, but microscopes are prudent in an emergency. It's time to start believing."
This is a visible, official beginning to our reopening of the Parkland Library. Believe it, Parkland, this library is going to reopen.
Welcome to the new, to the refreshed, to the refurbished, to the renovated, to the preserved, to the expanded Parkland Library.
This library initially opened in October of 1908. It was one of 9 Carnegie libraries that this community built. All are still standing. So it's not just that we're renovating a building. We're renovating a building that is 117 years old. Libraries connect communities. This is going to be a community gathering place. It's going to be a jewel for the Parkland neighborhood. It already is. It's just such a beautiful, fantastic building. We'll have computers for the public to use. There's a space just for teens. There's also a special space just for kids. Kids who come to this library will grow up remembering sitting in the window nooks and reading a book. We want the community to be here having a great time.
It is a long time coming. Welcome home.
A special piece of art has been returned to the walls of the Parkland Library.
It just felt like a piece of history that needed to be honored. So I pulled it out of the basement. When I found it, I knew that it was something that shouldn't be thrown away. I could tell that it had been created by youth in the halcyon days of the Office of Youth Development. They used to have locations all across the city and neighborhood youth boards everywhere. It's a beautiful painting. I can't wait for everyone to be able to see it. And it's just so wonderful to be able to give it to the folks in Parkland as the library reopens, because it's definitely a piece of their history and it really reflects their community and how the young people felt about their community at that time.
Do you replace the reviewer?
We're Youth Engagement Services, what was formerly the Office of Youth Development. We are mainly here to serve as a resource for youth serving organizations and for parents and caregivers to be able to find things for their youth, resources for them, everything from, a summer camp to workforce development or reconnecting back to school. Art is an amazing way for all of us to be able to express ourselves, and we really like to highlight that with youth especially. And every year we do something called National Youth Violence Prevention Week, and it's born out of the Sandy Hook Save Promise Clubs. And so we do that the last week of March every year. And this year for NYVPW, we're having an art contest. And the portal to submit your art is open until March 7th. Specifically, we're looking for art that is themed around the concept of moving forward together and working to eliminate gun violence in our community. We just really want to give youth the opportunity to express themselves. If you're between the ages of 6 and 24 and you want to show us the art that you create, then just look on our website. We're really hoping we get a lot of really great submissions.
Several downtown buildings, including Metro Hall, were evacuated this week due to a gas leak. Fortunately, no one was injured during the event.
At 9:21 this morning, MetroSafe 911 received our first call on the situation we're dealing with right now from the county clerk's office in the First Trust building, reporting a strong smell of gas inside the building. More calls continue to come in about a strong gas odor in that general vicinity.
When we initially got on scene, we began monitoring the air. We quickly picked up on dangerous levels, high levels of natural gas outside and inside buildings, as well as within the sewer system. If we get 10% LEL readings in a home, we're going to do something. We're going to evacuate. We had levels well above that. So it was a dangerous situation. And the LFD, the crews that responded on the scene, took the perfect response of evacuating the buildings, of immediately ventilating, knowing what they had, to lower those limits as quickly as possible in a highly populated area. So while it was a dangerous situation early on, they mitigated it very quickly. They believe that leak is coming from 8-inch plastic line that runs down 5th Street that is between Jefferson and Market. They have shut down the gas to that, and they're doing further inspection to make sure that is where the leak is coming from.
The Equity, Community Affairs, Housing, Health, and Education Committee of the Louisville Metro Council hosted the 23rd Annual Black History Month program. Metro Council members recognized one honoree from all 26 districts. This year's theme was reaffirming our diverse culture.
Black history is an essential part of Louisville's history. It's an essential part of America's history. And it's essential that we all understand and appreciate the legacy of historic heroes who come before us, like Muhammad Ali, Alberta Jones, Lyman Johnson, General Charles Young, Senator Georgia Davis Powers, and so many others. And the Black history that we celebrate inspires the work that all of us are doing today to create a better future.
May we be inspired by the courage of those who paved the way, and may we commit ourselves to the ongoing work of equity, dignity, diversity, and inclusion for all people.
Hey, we're gonna keep it right there. I ain't hey, ever since he touched me, all I've been changed. Oh, he reached in me and made me whole again. And I am not the same. I am not the same.
The Louisville Metro Government Office of Resilience and Community Services has a new name.
We value each of you as being critical partners to our success. We look forward to collaborating even more with you as we implement our strategic action plan, and your continued support is invaluable. So, without further delay, and as you can see behind me, Resilience and Community Services, as of today, will be known as the Office of Social Services.
As with all of us, you know, what's in a name? Our new name is short. It is easy to remember, and more importantly, it accurately reflects the work that we do every day, providing essential services to those in our community. The new name may be new, but the mission of the office remains the same. But today is not just about a new name, it's about a bold new course for the future. It's about building the programs and services we provide and making them more focused and effective. The action plan that we began today will guide the Office of Social Services for the next 3 years.
The Louisville Metro Council held their regularly scheduled meeting this week.
Hello, I'm Brent Ackerson, your Metro Council President, and the Metro Council representative for District 26. We've just concluded our latest Metro Council meeting, and here are some key highlights.
The council approved an ordinance amending the Louisville Metro Code of Ordinances regarding registration of rental property. The revisions require a publicly available online rental registry, contact information for the managing operator, and would eliminate random inspection of rental properties. Approved an ordinance amending the Property Maintenance Nuisance Code regarding lead-based hazards and deleting Chapter 167. Code enforcement officers would be responsible for identifying and reporting lead hazards. Approved an ordinance amending the Nulu Review Overlay District guidelines set forth in LMCO Chapter 162. Approved an amendment to the Property Maintenance Code to require property owners to comply with the Land Development Code regarding exterior areas. Approved an ordinance relating to the Board of Directors of the Urban Services District. Approved a contract for Metro Parks concerning consulting services for Parks for All. Granted local incentives to Willa USA and Houston Johnson. Declared 1407 Heifer Road as a surplus to be used to build the Berrytown Center for Urban Farming. And finally, approved resolutions honoring Shirley Mae Beard, owner of Shirley Mae's Cafe, Miss Thelma Mae Goff, who celebrated her 103rd birthday last month, Carl R. Hines Sr., former member of the Kentucky House of Representatives, and Jerry L. Macon Sr., the longest-serving minister of the West Broadway Church of Christ. Councilwoman Josie Raymond recognized the District 10 page Ava Evans. And council members Paula McCraney and Marcus Winkler recognized the District 7 and 17 page Elshama Ganza.
Thank you for staying engaged and interested in your local Metro government. Remember, you can watch all our meetings live on Louisville Metro TV, Spectrum Channel 184, or tune in online at louisvilleky.primegov.com/public/portal. Your voice matters to us. If you have any questions, concerns, or ideas, please reach out to your Metro Council representative online at louisvilleky.gov/MetroCouncil.
Mayor Greenberg is keeping the public informed with his weekly Mayor's Minute.
Hey Louisville, what a week it's been. I'm here at the grand reopening of the Parkland Library on 28th and Virginia. This library closed in 1986, and thanks to the help of so many others, our administration, working with Metro Council, has got it done and it has reopened for the people of Parkland and all parts of West Louisville and Louisville. Libraries are such an important part of our community. Opening this library, reopening the Portland Library that we're working on right now, getting the new Fern Creek Library all under construction are important parts of our administration's focus. It's been a great week with more momentum in other areas as well, as we've helped out people throughout the community with a focus continuing on public safety. This week we announced the arrest of 4 individuals. who stole copper wire. Copper wire theft is something that is plaguing our community far too much. We have a new task force dedicated to finding those individuals who are committing these crimes and preventing them from happening. And this week, you see that work yielding results. And finally, I also want to thank our first responders who do so much work here in Louisville and also help outside our community. When the floods hit parts of Kentucky worse than they did in Louisville, we had so many first responders that went to help others in need across the Commonwealth. Thank you so much for everything you do here in Louisville and everywhere. What a week it's been. We're going to keep this momentum going.
Students at Brandeis Elementary School celebrated Black History Month and paid tribute to local medical pioneers with a living wax museum.
Hi, I'm Mary Church. I was born September the 23rd, 1863.
We're at Brandeis Elementary School, and our students are participating in a wax museum where we celebrate Black communities and medical pioneers from the Norton's Hospital next door.
My name is Mary Etta Porter Potter. I was born in 1875. I am a graduate of State Colored Baptist University, which is now Simmons College of Kentucky. Hi, I'm Sarah Fitz Butler. I'm the first African-American woman in Kentucky to receive a medical degree.
Students have created their own push button, and they literally have memorized a script of things to say that they have researched and memorized to tell you key details about the characters that they have chosen.
My name is Dr. Rufus Carter. I was born in 1833.
This is our third year doing this project. What's super cool about this year, though, is we were able to incorporate the doctors from Norton's right across the street. The kids were so excited. They were like, oh my gosh, you mean they're still alive? Or, oh, this doctor was from Louisville, exactly where we're from. Having that connection with the Norton's Hospital, that's going to be so amazing for our school.
I am considered as a pioneer in blood transfusion techniques and in setting up blood banks. I overcame racial barriers in the education of Black surgeons. It would help me because now I know good websites, and also I know, how to research exactly. My teacher, she gave us docs, and then we had to read off it, and then after we find good facts, we put it on here, and that's how I found all these good facts about Dr. Rufus Carter. Hi, I'm Dr. William Henry Fitzbutler. I'm famous for being the first African-American physician in the state of Kentucky.
When I tell you, wait until you guys walk around, you are going to be so impressed. They are in character, they came dressed to the part, and they worked hard on their projects.
I think it's an honor to let the community know the great things that they've done to break down barriers. And I think with this research, I'm hoping that students also know that they too can also make a difference in the world and break barriers as well.
Did you know that several local businesses consider Louisville Pure Tap Water to be a key ingredient that makes their products special?
Hi, I'm Kayla with Louisville Water, and this is Made with Pure Tap, a special segment where we're highlighting some amazing local businesses that use water to make their products. Here in Louisville, we're proud of our water. Louisville Pure Tap is an anchor for the small business community and an important ingredient in some delicious products. Today, we're here at Elixir Kombucha. Let's go talk to Corey and learn more about how this local business is using Louisville Pure Tap.
Hey, I'm Corey Wood, co-founder of Elixir Kombucha. Danielle, my wife, and I launched Elixir in 2016. We make a bubbly probiotic beverage here in the Portland neighborhood of Louisville. We became fascinated with gut health and its impact on overall health, and kombucha is like the ultimate gut health beverage. So kombucha it starts as a batch of sweet tea. So we have loose leaf organic tea and organic cane sugar. We brew that, and after we chill the tea, we introduce a live culture called a SCOBY, and that's what makes kombucha special. So this SCOBY ferments the tea, and it turns it into a bubbly, probiotic, organic acid-rich product that's great for gut health. And making great kombucha starts with having a great source of water. So we are lucky to be in the city with the nation's best water, Louisville Pure Tap. Today we're brewing tea and we're canning our award-winning grapefruit, hibiscus, and orange peel kombucha. You can find Elixir at over 200 retailers across Kentucky, Southern Indiana, and Cincinnati. And we also ship nationwide through our website, elixirkombucha.com.
Thanks, Corey, for that amazing behind-the-scenes look and for using Louisville Pure Tap. We're proud to give Elixir Kombucha the Made with Pure Tap seal of approval. Cheers.
You're never at a loss for something to do in Louisville. Roseanne Maston with Louisville Tourism has suggestions for what you might enjoy this month.
Hi, I'm Roseanne Maston with Louisville Tourism. Here are a few things happening around Louisville this week. Jim Henson's Fraggle Rock, Back to the Rock Live, takes the Fraggles on a new adventure at the Louisville Palace on March 5th. Morgan Wade will be performing at the Kentucky Center's Paris Town Hall on March 5th. She's one of Nashville's top rising stars. The Millennium Tour 2025 brings together some of the most celebrated names in R&B and hip-hop. This high-energy show will be at the KFC Yum Center on March 7th. In the Ancient Order of the Hibernians, the St. Patrick's Parade in Louisville is a beloved annual event celebrating Irish culture and will be taking place March 8th along the Baxter and Bardstown Roads in the Highlands. You can find out more details about these events and others at our website, www.gotolouisville.com. Just click on the calendar of events.
We went out on the street to find out what are people in Louisville's favorite Girl Scout cookies.
I would say mint. The mint kind are some more, yeah.
My favorite Girl Scout cookie is peanut butter.
Thin Mints.
I like Do-si-dos. And my favorite cookie is Tag-along.
And my favorite Girl Scout cookie is Thin Mints.
And the s'mores, yeah.
My name is Ray, and my favorite Girl Scout cookies are Tag-alongs.
My name is Reed, and I'm the same way. My favorite Girl Scout cookie is Tag-alongs.
Metro TV joined other Metro and community volunteers to make the annual Shelf Stable Meal Delivery Day a huge success.
Good morning, everyone.
And we're just excited that you all showed up and are willing to help us deliver these meals.
But we know this is about more than that. This is about connection. This is about how we demonstrate care out into our community.
We're under Shining 14.
Shining 14.
When it comes to community, we come together. It doesn't matter which division, which branch you serve in. There's a lot of representation.
Each property owner or occupant is responsible for maintaining halfway into the alley or street free from weeds or garbage. If an alley is obstructed with debris, contact our office and we will work with the Department of Public Works to resolve the issue.
Louisville Metro Animal Services needs volunteers and people who are willing to foster dogs and cats. They also have a shelter full of dogs and cats just waiting to become your new best friend. Thank you for watching Louisville This Week. Please share Metro TV with your family and friends and ask them to follow us on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and X. And download our app on Roku, Apple TV, and Amazon Fire TV. Have a wonderful week.